So I'm going to go over the modified sumo stance deadlift. If you want a more in-depth look at deadlifting, you can go back to the conventional deadlift video where I go a little bit deeper into cueing and proper position, and I give you a side angle, which tends to give you a little bit more of a better look on deadlifting. But I'm going to show you modified sumo stance, which is basically the difference is conventional stance is feet under hips and arms are a little bit outside the knees. Sumo stance is when you get wider than your hips, your feet out wide. I don't go there because I've got some issues with the hips, so I don't even do that one. But I'm going to show you modified stance, and if you want to do a sumo stance, it's basically the same thing except you just go wider. So sumo stance means my feet are out wider than my hips, and my arms are inside my knees. So the difference is that with a wider stance, you're going to put more emphasis on your hips. So females will like that one a little bit more, and the other thing is it tends to be a little bit easier to get into position. So by opening up the hips, you tend to give a little bit more room to drop in, and people tend to find position a little bit better with this one. So for a lot of people, it might even be a better option, and people with cranky knees might even prefer this option as well. So I'll get right into it, but before I do, you'll notice that I have these pads down, and I had these in the conventional deadlift video, but I didn't talk about it. Unless you're a power lifter or an Olympic lifter, you don't need to pull off the floor. So the reason why these plates are the size they are is so that they don't crush an Olympic lifter's skull if they miss a lift. So that's pretty arbitrary considering that if you're watching this video, you're probably not an Olympic lifter. So a lot of people have trouble getting this far down and grabbing the bar this low. So I'm exaggerated here, I've got it on a bit of a lift, and there's nothing wrong with that. I usually lift a little bit lower than that, but I guess I'm just making a point here that you don't need to go up from the floor if you don't want to, or a lot of people can't even get into position from down there. So, modified sumo deadlift. So I'm going to go a little bit wider than hip width, and the key here is my feet are turned out a little bit, and I'm getting my knees out over my ankles, so that's key. So if you're in sumo, full sumo, you're way out here. I'm just going to go into a modified stance, which is a little bit less. All the normal mechanics of the deadlift stay the same. My knees are wide. Down here my back is flat, and if you saw me from the side, it'd be the same thing as the conventional deadlift video. Arms are long, chin's down. I pull this slack on the bar, and hips through it. Romanian deadlift, down, there you go. So that's the modified sumo stance deadlift. As far as sets and reps go, it's very much similar to the conventional deadlift. For strength, we usually stay below 6 reps. Go all the way down to singles if you want. You may go a little bit higher in certain bodybuilding scenarios or something along those lines where you might go to 8 reps or 12 reps or something like that. But not usually the case. There's probably better exercises to do that stuff for. So in most cases you'll stick the reps a little bit lower. I'd probably be good to put some rings around here for safety first, but that's my bad. Modified sumo stance deadlift, if you have any questions on that one, you can let me know anytime you want.